Lorenz is the heir to House Gloucester, one of the most influential noble houses in the Leicester Alliance, a fact that he is all too keen to remind you of. This guy is the epitome of a spoiled rich kid, always trying to present himself as prim and proper while indulging in the sophisticated pleasantries of nobility. To his credit, at least he's not actively malicious towards commoners like certain other nobles we see in the game, but Lawrence's looks are not doing him any favors to endear him to anyone. To start with, the guy wears a fairly standard variant of the Academy uniform that you know he goes out of his way to keep in pristine condition. That said, Lawrence's version of the outfit comes with the addition of a freaking waist cape, which you know he probably had custom tailored to make himself seem fancier. On top of that, the most standard feature of Lawrence's outfit is obviously the corsage, because of course he's got to have a rose to show off how high class he is. Then there's his hair, which is just... Do I even really need to say anything here? Of course, Lawrence's foppishness does not go away in the time skip. He boasts intricately crafted purple armor with black and gold accents, and, of course, a freaking rose pattern affixed to the breastplate. The armor as a whole also has a vague floral theming going on, with leaves on the elbow guards that I can only assume are meant to be tea leaves. Even dressed for battle, the guy has to look like he's also dressed up for some fancy event at the same time. Though he does at least pull it off more than Engage's characters do. Then there's the hair, which has somehow gotten even goofier since his academy days. Now, don't get me wrong. Despite all my dunking on Lorenz, I actually don't really hate him or his design. The thing is, Lorenz is kind of meant to be hateable, or at least someone that players can resent. Despite his best intentions, he is absolutely full of himself and places way too much value on noble lineage, particularly his own. The way Lorenz dresses and carries himself communicates that perfectly. He's a man utterly lacking in subtlety, and that comes through maybe a little too well at times, honestly. I do feel like they could have maybe toned things down a little bit with his time skip design. I mean, I originally questioned why Lorenz had such a heavy focus on the color purple, but then I remembered that the purple dye was historically very expensive and could only be afforded by members of the upper class. Yeah, that checks out. So, yeah, while Lawrence's design is very easy to make fun of, that's kind of intentional. As a result, I'm going to give both iterations a B.